In today's video, I'm going to show you how a chopstick can be a great training aid. Just like Ben Hogan used his cigarette holder, I'm going to use a chopstick to keep my head elevated and turn my shoulders right. You're watching the over-the-top miracle swing. Hey guys, welcome to the over-the-top miracle swing. I've got my little chopstick here that I'm going to be showing you how I used it on the golf course as a training aid. A really funny idea. I've heard people talk about holding a pencil or an actual cigarette in your mouth. I don't recommend that. But this chopstick actually served the purpose of helping me to keep my chin elevated so I had room to turn my shoulders. Okay, everything in the over-the-top miracle swing is about rotation. Rotation on the way back and rotation on the way through, and we are fixing the problems people have with getting locked up in tilts where they can't hit the golf ball properly.
My clubhead speed was always like 85, and it's reading 105. What club is this? Yeah.
Hey guys, I just announced the next MSC Intensive is April 13th and 14th, and half the spaces are already taken up. This is going to be an amazing weekend. The weather's fantastic. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff and competing for the Canyon Cup. So email me, Christo at miracleswingexperience.com if you'd like to attend the next MSC Intensive. And guys, I have to tell you, on Wednesday we had a great investor presentation because I am scaling the Miracle Swing LLC. For the first time, I'm allowing folks to join in the fun as I build golf's most exciting media business.
So we're just all in a good place and a great place to scale this. Everything's already been done. The story's already put in place. We believe in the method, the results it gets. And we're just going to take it to more people. It's really that simple.
And this particular one shows how we spent $1,559,000 to drive 2,500,000 clicks to a website. That resulted in over $9 million in sales, 208,000 orders at an average order of $44 a piece.
So guys, the next investor presentation is Saturday, March 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That'll be 1 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? I'm going to do a presentation with my team, guys who have scaled businesses into the multi-millions.
So to answer your question, 500,000, we never look back. We start cash flowing, we start going, we start that thing going, and we have other things in the work that are going to generate a lot of revenue for this company. I think there's $1 million a year just in Miracle Swing experiences.
So if you'd like to have your fingerprints on the history of golf, be a part of the most exciting golf media company in golf, and potentially make a nice, healthy return on your investment, be on that call. You can click the link in the description box below. Now, of course, there's no guarantees in any business, but I work so hard to stay healthy, and I work my butt off on film and videos, and you're not going to believe the amazing things that I have up my sleeve. To be honest, I think we're going to blow people's minds when we come out with everything that we're working on. So let's get into today's video.
So guys, I brought this little chopstick that I sawed in half with a Ginsu knife. I'm gonna put it in my mouth like this, like a cigarette. Make sure that my chin is up so my shoulders can rotate underneath my chin unimpeded. We'll see if it works.
So after hitting some golf balls, I had the bright idea of pulling out my sawed-off chopstick. This is to give me the opportunity to practice something the way I watched Ben Hogan practice with his Cruella de Vil looking cigarette holder in his mouth. But it dawned on me there's so much clearance under his left shoulder and his chin that he doesn't have any problem swinging at all. And I was like, I wonder if there's something to that as a drill that I could use to benefit my over-the-top golf swing. And so I'm out here at the golf course and I'm like, okay, let's pull out this little fake cigarette type thing and see what I can learn about it by holding it in my mouth. Now the first thing is I noticed that in order to point it at the ball, I had to turn my head to the left. the same way Mr. Hogan and Sam Snead do. Now, I've got it kind of poking out the left side of my mouth, and so I have to turn. That time it totally twisted my body up. It was like the funkiest thing. It was like my body got all twisted up and it uncoiled. I'm not sure how I got wound up that I got sprung backwards the other way. That was one of the strangest feelings I've ever had in my life. But here I am, and I'm trying to hit these golf balls. Now, let's watch this one. That wasn't so bad. One thing I noticed is I hit some balls a little bit thin, because I think it makes me keep my head up so I don't dip too much in my downswing. So I was hitting it thinner than usual. Some of them were just picked off the grass like Tiger Woods, you know, in his heyday. But that's pretty darn solid. I'm actually kind of surprised that I can actually make contact with that thing in my mouth. To be honest, it was really uncomfortable at first. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And because it's wood, I also have this fear that by having it in my mouth or teeth that I'm going to knock it and knock out my teeth. So there is kind of a little fear factor there. I'm not sure how to overcome that. I went back to swinging, hitting some regular shots, and I felt extra solid, which was kind of nice. And then, you know, I figure I'll give it another try here. It's so funny, me whipping that thing out of my pocket. I'm sure people were looking at me like I was ridiculous. You know, I think probably the way to go is going to be to use a straw. A plastic straw is probably the safest way to do this without me having that fear of like knocking out a couple of my front teeth if I do something wrong. Like there's an example of one of those thin shots I was talking about where I'm just picking it right off the top of the ground. It almost looks like Anthony Kim with that follow through. Yep. So that is the Ben Hogan cigarette in the mouth drill. It is something that helps you keep your chin up. It helps me align my head in that certain way, the way that he did. And the last thing to check is if it works with a driver. So let me pop this in my mouth here and see if I can make a smooth swing. So if you feel like giving it a try it with a plastic straw. That's probably the safest way to do it, or a paper straw would work too, of course. If you're out here in California with these darn paper straws that are worthless. But all jokes aside, give it a try. You might find that it helps you. And in the meantime, I hope you hit them long and hit them straight.
The modern golf swing is wrong. Stop taking the club head back outside the hands. Stop keeping your lead heel planted. And stop dropping it under. These moves are biomechanically unsound and they can lead to serious injuries. Did you know almost all the champions from the past took the club back to the inside and lifted their lead heel? Did you know the top 10 winners in the history of the PGA Tour are all over the top? That's right. They're all OTT swingers. The Pied Pipers of modern instruction have led everyone astray, getting them addicted to buying clubs and endless lessons to try and fix the very problems they've created. Champions like Bobby Jones knew taking the club back to the inside, lifting the lead heel, and going over the top is the easiest way to hit powerful, consistent golf shots.
Hey guys, I'm Christo Garcia, the founder of the Over the Top Miracle Swing, and I'm going to give you the secret to the whole program right here. So when you look at the great champions from the past, they all had an inside takeaway. Now from there, there's only one place to go. You have to go a little OTT to get the club head back on plane.
This is your body's bringing the club back inside. You're up here. Just let the club fall on the ball. It goes long and straight.
So, Bob, what's your lowest round of golf so far?
Shot a 69.
All right. Now, I believe this video series is going to help end the insanity that's happened in the world of golf instruction.
That was as pure as anything I've ever hit in my life.
And I hope you'll pick up the 7 sacred steps of the over-the-top miracle swing or the OTT checklist. Until next time, I hope you hit them long and hit them straight.
Take advantage of our introductory pricing for this complete 7-video miracle swing course and be a part of the fastest growing movement in golf. OTT! Say goodbye to endless lessons that only reinforce bad habits. Say hello to a pain-free swing that will give you unbelievable power, shot after shot. Take control of your future and pick up the 7 sacred steps of the over-the-top miracle swing.